The Olympic rings. They're just circles, but linked together, they become powerful symbols. Universal symbols. Symbols of peace, unity, fairness, honor, excellence, and athletics. Symbols of ideas that belong to all of us. But if we were to show you the real Olympic rings, we could get sued for copyright infringement. But how could that be if the Olympics are really about peace, unity, fairness, honor, excellence, and athletics? After all, they're supposed to be our Olympics, aren't they? And if they're not our Olympics, then what are they about? Maybe they're about selling things. Things like athletic shoes, merchandise, hats, buttons, coins, jackets, patches, flags, donuts, nostalgia, Futurama, toys, and large lucrative property deals in Vancouver, Squamish, and Whistler, guaranteeing the property developers millions, maybe billions, more than what they paid. So maybe the Olympics are all about money, property, and profit. But why can't they also be about homes? Well, you might say, with so many things in the world, the Olympics can't be about everything, but the thing is, the Olympics are already about homes. In their 37 commitments to the city of Vancouver, VANOC and the International Olympic Committee promised that hosting the 2010 Olympic Games will maximize the opportunities and mitigate potential impacts in Vancouver's inner-city neighborhoods. Do 1,000 evictions sound like mitigation to you? Even the Olympic Athletes Village, which was supposed to contain over one-third low-income housing, has been slashed to nearly nothing. All that remains are luxury condos. And they won't even let women ski jump. The housing crisis is not going to go away by itself. Even the UN thinks so. The federal and provincial governments have used Olympic funds to build a new convention center, luxury condos, superhighway, and over 1,126 new security cameras. Security cameras? All these things are a lovely gift to tourists and big business. But what about the rest of us? If life is a sporting event, then giving these kinds of presents to tourists and business while failing to protect vulnerable communities is like letting some athletes use steroids while not letting others eat and asking them to compete in a weightlifting competition. Not fair! It's time to make some demands! What kind of demands do we mere citizens make? 1. Demand that the IOC and VANOC honor their promises and stop the evictions. 2. Demand that the federal government finally do something about housing in Canada. What can they possibly do, you might ask? It's not their job. Wait a second, it actually is. And the thing is, they used to do it. Through most of Canadian history, there was something called a National Housing Plan, a program that literally made sure that all Canadians could afford a roof over their heads. It was cancelled. We want them to bring it back. We demand that the federal government kick in 1% of the budget so that all Canadians can afford a place to live. What does 1% mean to a federal budget? Let's break it down, shall we? So let's review. 1. Demand that the International Olympic Committee and VANOC honor their Olympic promises. 2. Demand that the federal government commit to a 1% national housing plan. But now, what can you do? Instead of buying fancy shoes, put yourself in their shoes and show your support by taking part in the Hunger Strike Relay. The Hunger Strike Relay. Each week, another person just like you goes without food, in solidarity with those Canadians at risk, in protest against unfulfilled Olympic promises, in support of a real national housing plan. What else can you do? In June 2010, take part in the Ottawa Trek to demand the 1% solution, to demand that our government devotes 1% of the federal budget towards affordable homes for all Canadians, and that the provincial governments match that funding to finally end homelessness once and for all. Join us because Olympic symbols can be made into lasting legacies that we can all be proud of.